Performing tonight's anthem is Icemen Elite member Gene Sutherland.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. It is time for Jacksonville Icemen hockey on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com. Arlie Johnson with you tonight as the Icemen are hosting the South Carolina Stingrays this evening. This is the third time these two teams will have met this year. Opening night, it was a 4-2 victory for Jacksonville, and earlier this month, it was a 4-1 defeat for the Icemen. Jacksonville winning against South Carolina on November the 8th. Both of those games were right here in Jacksonville, as this one is tonight. The Icemen have had success against South Carolina on home ice over the last 2 years. Jacksonville, in fact, 5-2-0-1 against the Stingrays here on home ice. It's in Charleston where it's the problem, where Jacksonville is 0-4 against the Stingrays. Starting in goal tonight for the Icemen is going to be Mikhail Berden, 7-2 his record. Goals against average 2.82, save percentage of 90.2%. Forward line is Everett Clark with Wasey Rabbit and Colton Veloso. The Icemen win the faceoff. They get it over the blue line, and it's Veloso taking it over the blue line into the left wing corner. Leach tries to knock it free at the right point. It's held in by Cedarholm. Wrist shot, screen save, made. Rebound comes to Clark. Oh, what a save by Parker Milner, South Carolina's goaltender, as the Icemen were that close to taking the lead just about 15-20 seconds into this contest. Icing called against South Carolina. Everett Clark had Parker Milner dead to rights. I don't know how he made that save in the opening seconds, but he did. Possibly with the right pad, possibly with the blocker. Reaching out, he was on his side as he slid from post to post to make that save. Chris Newbury now on the ice for Jacksonville. He missed the last 2 games over the weekend, but he is back tonight. And he does win the draw. It goes to Garrett Cockrell at the right point. Looking to go for Jake Randolph in the right wing corner. Stick handling behind the net is Randolph. He is double teamed, but he works it free for Fortier. Fortier for Phillips at the left point. Wrists it wide intentionally. Trying to take it off the end boards is Randolph. Stingrays get possession, but they do not clear it. Stolen by Newbury for Randolph. Randolph for Fortier. Fortier on his beforehand. Puts it over the crossbar on the wrister. Comes for Randolph at the left circle. To the blue line for Phillips. Right side, it's Cockrell. Wrister in a screen, and a save is made. And Parker Milner swats away at Chris Newbury, and a couple of defensemen go after Newbury as well. They took exception to Newbury putting his stick in the midsection of Milner after he had already covered the puck. So a fantastic start for Jacksonville. No score, but 2 great shifts in a row. Already a couple of shots on goal. The first one, especially from Clark, just labeled. And we'll see if we have penalties here. We will have penalties. Matching minors. Newbury goes in for Jacksonville. Sam Fioretti in the penalty box for South Carolina. Looks like it's going to be 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. And the Icemen will send out Cam McLeese and Cody Fowley. Back on the ice after missing a handful of games, Jack Glover, after an undisclosed injury. Glover missed 5 games for Jacksonville, but he is back tonight. Stingrays win this faceoff. Leone tries to get it away from Fowley. He does stick handle free from him. Plays it off the end boards to the right side for Kevin McKernan. McKernan Forecheck by Fowley. Stick handles away. Plays it up the left wing side. Redirecting in is Roberto. Maybe he didn't redirect it in. Icing called against the Stingrays. Roberto never got the touch. And we'll bring it into the Stingray zone once again. The entire play has been in South Carolina's zone so far. Referee tonight, Sean McFarland. Linesmen are Randy Dengler and Charlie O'Connor. 4-on-4 for another minute 43. And McLeese won the draw, but it went right to the Stingrays. Roberto at the red line. Backhands into the right of Bairden. Bairden will wait for it behind the goal line and leave it for Justin Woods. Woods for Glover. Ahead for Fowley, gains center ice. Then the blue line, he'll toss it in behind the Stingray net and chase after it himself, and Fowley is on it first. To the left side for Woods, who kicks it onto his stick. Wrists it behind the goal. Milner will poke it into an open side. Patrick Gall skates away from McLeese, leaves it for McKernan, and the Stingrays will stick handle up ice. McKernan gains center ice, tried to clear in. It was blocked at the blue line by Glover. Comes up high for Critchlow, who gets it back into the Stingray end. Roberto moves it left to right for Cameron Baker. Baker to the right for McKernan, back for Baker again. Baker from center ice will forehand into the zone. Dejan Mingo first on the puck for Jacksonville. Watch for his speed in a 4-on-4 situation. Playing it indirectly for Critchlow. Mingo gets it back. He's onside for Critchlow again. Looking for Mingo. Forehand. Score! Dejan Mingo puts the Icemen on top 1-0. A 4-on-4 goal for Jacksonville. Just 2:28 into the contest. And it is 1-0 Icemen. Just told you to watch for his speed with the extra ice out there. And he made me look like a prophet there. Give and go with Critchlow. Back for Mingo, who made no mistake to the glove side of Milner. And Jacksonville with a hot start in this one. They go on top 1-0. 2:22 the time of the goal. I misspoke the first time around. 2:22. Mingo from Critchlow. He is the only assist. Here's your call from Matt Schultz.
And Dejan Mingo, assisted by number 23, Cameron Critchlow. Time to goal, 2 minutes, 22 seconds, first period. Again, Mingo from Critchlow at 2:22, first period.
So it is 1-0 Jacksonville. Penalty coming here. Who will this be on? Hooking is the call, and I believe it's going to go to the Icemen's Everett Clark. Clark heads into the box. 17 seconds left on the matching minors, so it's going to be a 4-on-3 power play for 17 more seconds. Then each team will get a man back, and it'll be a 5-on-4 power play after that. South Carolina on the power play this year, 17th overall in the league, 15.3%. The Icemen penalty kill, 15th overall in the ECHL at 84.1%. It's a great percentage, just that a lot of teams have good percentages. Stingrays win the draw, but the misfiring on the one-timer is Joey Leach. He gets a Bronx cheer from the crowd as it goes out to center ice, and the Stingrays have to work it back into the zone. Around the boards, all the way to Leach at the right point. To the left side for Charbonneau. Slap shot, save is made by Bairden, no rebound. And the draw will come to his right as each team gets a man back out onto the ice. The power play is now 5-on-4 for the Stingrays. What a start for Jacksonville. Every shift has been on point. Quality chances for every shift. And Mingo has the goal. Icemen win the faceoff. They will clear it immediately. Trey Phillips doing the honors. Milner will leave it behind his net for Leach. Garrett Hunt and Cam Critchlow are your penalty killers. Garrett Cockrell and Trey Phillips, the defenseman. Long lead pass for Polkamp. Could be icing, and it will be icing. Stingrays gambled trying for the long outlet pass to Polkamp, but he couldn't get a stick on it. And because nobody for the Stingrays touched it on the offensive half of the red line, and with the Icemen first to touch the puck, or close to being first to touch the puck, that gives it an icing call against South Carolina. Critchlow will win the draw, or try to win the draw. Stingrays take over. Critchlow had the only assist on Mingo's goal. South Carolina still with plenty of time on this power play. Tad Cozen, wing-to-wing pass. Tipped away by Phillips. Nice work there by Phillips. Given back up to South Carolina. It's Cozen over the blue line for Fioretti. To the left side for Polkamp, and the Stingrays will set up. Polkamp, left face-off circle. Along the half wall. To the blue line for Leach. Cross ice for Fioretti. Passed into the slot is tipped away and cleared out by Jacksonville. Good penalty kill here from the Icemen. Newbury hustling in on his forecheck. Then he'll stop right at the top of the crease and curl away. Stingrays still have 45 seconds to go on their man advantage. Drop pass from Chernichin to Bessie. Grant Bessie, South Carolina's leading scorer. He's got 20 points on the season, 10 goals, 10 assists. Bessie has control of the puck. He'll reverse it to the left side for Charbonneau. Cross ice for Bessie at the right circle now. Snapshot is deflected, knocked into the corner by McLeese. Down to 20 seconds to go on this power play. Stingrays still have it. Roberto looking for a man in front, stolen and cleared by McLeese. 12 seconds to go on this power play. Stingrays maybe one last opportunity to at least bring it into the zone, but not much more than that. It is Davison for the Stingrays, dropping it for Bessie at center ice. At the blue line, offside will be called as teams return to full strength. Everett Clark out of the penalty box, and Jacksonville keeps their 1-0 lead. A 4-on-4 goal for Dejan Mingo. What a year Dejan Mingo is having. Knew he was an offensive defenseman, but 13 points in 15-plus games now for the Icemen. That's all-star kind of stuff there from Dejan Mingo this season. He is playing at a high level. Icemen get it into the South Carolina zone. Taking the body is Velasso. Patrick Gall, however, keeps the puck. Playing it for the right side for Leone. Leone for Harrison, who backhands into the zone. Whistle and offside will be called against the Stingrays. Cozen takes the body after the whistle. And Clark wants a piece of Cozen because of it. And this game's pretty chippy in the opening 5 minutes. Wait and see if there's any penalties here. I don't think we'll have any penalties this time. Face-off will be in the neutral zone. They'll bring it right to the center ice face-off dot. The Icemen without a couple of key contributors from the last handful of games, as Nikita Karastolev and Dan DeSalvo have been recalled back to Cleveland. So it's good to have both of them, especially DeSalvo down here. He was fantastic for the Icemen. But they are up in Cleveland, and best of luck to them as they resume their careers in the American Hockey League. Icemen into the zone. It's Cockrell with a slap shot. Save is made. Rebound just knocked away as Randolph had his stick held. Randolph would have had an open net if only he could get his stick on the ice, but it was well defended by the Stingrays. South Carolina with it behind their own net. Dangerous pass, but it connects to Patrick Gall, keeping it behind his goal for McKernan. McKernan, long outlet pass, deflected in by Harrison. Bairden will play it himself all the way to the blue line for Fortier, who will redirect behind the Stingray net. Mike Chen first on it there, took a hit from Garrett Hunt. Chen was a whipping post last time that South Carolina was here. He took a couple of huge hits in that game. Stingrays get it into the zone. Mingo first on it there for Jacksonville. Behind the net for Cedarholm, to the right side for McLeese. McLeese for Critchlow. Off the boards for Hunt, tries to go to an open wing. Polkamp beats Critchlow to it, but Critchlow takes the body on Polkamp and drills him into the boards. Good clean hit there from Cam Critchlow. Polkamp will try the far side boards this time. Mingo steps in and keeps the play moving. Puck goes for McLeese. McLeese into the corner, looking for Critchlow. Can't get the shot away. Stingrays take over. Baker flips it out of the zone. This will be called icing against South Carolina. It has been all Jacksonville in this game so far. Shots on goal, 4-1 for the Icemen. Of course, they lead 1-0 as well. On Dejan Mingo's 4th of the year. Cam Critchlow, the only assist on the play. Draw will be to Milner's right side. Clark, Velasso, and Rabbit are the forwards. And Clark wins it cleanly for Woods. Woods to the near corner for Rabbit. Pinned against the wall. Velasso takes it now for Jacksonville. Clark is there to help him out. Back for Velasso again, tries to kick it onto his stick. Works it around the wall to the opposite wing. Pinching in his Woods behind the net for Rabbit. Rabbit on his forehand, tries to center, works it in front, comes to Clark, forehand, save is made, rebound is loose, another save. Clark tries to jam at it from behind the net. It comes to Woods at the blue line. More pressure here from Jacksonville as Woods stick handles around a man. Tries to center, penalty coming on South Carolina, delayed call. To the blue line for Clark, wrister, and a skate save is made by Milner. 3 more shots on goal from Jacksonville and a power play coming up on the top of it. 12:49 to go in the first period. It is already 1-0 Jacksonville, and looking for more with a Total Air Care power play when we come back. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com. Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 31st season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank everyone in attendance for your support of ECHL hockey. The ECHL would also like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, the official signage provider; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance; and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2019 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony. The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; CCM Hockey, the official on-ice equipment provider; Coco 5, the official hydration beverage of the ECHL; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; Geico, the official auto insurance of the ECHL; Howie's Hockey Tape, the official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, the official puck provider; Warrior, the official protective wear provider; and the Fairley Group, the official commercial insurance provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.TV. Power play for the Icemen. Draw will be to Parker Milner's left. Newbury waved out of the draw. Cody Fowley will have to take it instead. Jake Randolph completes the forward line here, this top unit, at least to start this power play. Mingo and Woods, the defenseman. Woods collects behind his own cage as the Stingrays cleared the zone. Right wing side, Cody Fowley to the blue line, knocked off the puck. Patrick Gall will clear it back out. The Icemen on the power play this year, 7th overall in the league at a even 20%. They've only allowed one shorthanded goal. South Carolina, 17th overall in the league at 83.8% on their penalty kill. As the Icemen get the puck into the zone, Mingo off the end boards for Fowley, looking to go into the slot for Randolph, then for Newbury at the right circle. Newbury turns to his backhand side, gets it to the blue line for Woods. Mingo, one-timer, save is made, no rebound. But a cannon from Mingo from the top of the left circle. Icemen change up their lines. Jacksonville now out shooting South Carolina 9-1. 9 shots in the opening 8 minutes of this game. A couple seconds under 8 minutes, actually. Clark against Chernichin on this draw. It has been all Icemen. They do lead 1-0, and the Icemen win the faceoff as well. Cockrell for McLeese, top of the left circle. On his backhand, turns to his forehand, to the line for Cockrell. Cross ice for Fortier as a fourth forward for Jacksonville. Cockrell with a wrister, deflected wide. McLeese gets it off the end boards. Tries to backhand it into the corner. Man goes down there for South Carolina, wants a faceoff. McKernan fell on the puck. He's just trying to get the faceoff. They're trying to make him play it. Finally, the Icemen dig it free. Rabbit trying to work it free from Leach. Leach wins that battle. It comes to Bessie, and Bessie will wrist it the length of the ice. Mikhail Bairden will block it there, dropping it into the corner, and he gives it up to Chernichin. A steal for South Carolina on the turnover. Jacksonville gets it right back, however, and McLeese starts the rush for Rabbit. Rabbit through the neutral zone for McLeese over the line on the left, looking for Everett Clark in the slot. Great move by Clark, looks to center, throws it in front. Save is made by Milner. Rebound is loose, it comes to Rabbit. He can't get the shot away. Fortier knocks it free to the line for Cockrell. 2 more shots on goal for Jacksonville. What an effort here so far for the Icemen. Cockrell for Fortier. Fortier back for Cockrell, and it was deflected out of the zone by the Stingrays. Foot race for the puck as well. Christian Horn beats McLeese to the puck behind the Jacksonville net. Teams return to full strength. A great power play for Jacksonville, but they could not get the goal. And it is Cedarholm for the Icemen. Stick handling ahead for Critchlow. Critchlow is over the blue line, tapping it off the wall for Velasso. Velasso reverses it to the opposite side. Stingrays first on the puck at the line. Critchlow couldn't quite keep it in. Patrick Gall forehands in, took a hit from Critchlow in the process. Bairden feeds it for Mingo. Mingo eludes one forechecker, moves it cross ice for Cedarholm. Cedarholm for Velasso, who he redirects in. Milner will play it behind his net. Looking for Leone, stolen, centering feed, score! Colton Velasso with his first pro goal. What a feed from the far side boards. I think it was Garrett Hunt with the pass, and Colton Velasso with his first makes it 2-0 Icemen. 9:52 the time of this goal. All Jacksonville in this game. And it was Garrett Hunt with that laser beam pass to Velasso, who just redirected it into the open far post, making it 2-0 Icemen. Milner had no chance at all. Velasso from Hunt We'll see if there is another assist on the play. I expect one, but I don't see one at the moment. Here's your goal call from Matt Schultz.
Was scored by number 15, Colton Veloso. Assisted by number 24, Garrett Hunt. Time of the goal, 9 minutes, 52 seconds, first period.
So 2-0 Jacksonville. Goals from Mingo and Veloso in the opening half of this first period. Icemen clear it back into the Stingray zone. Jacksonville out shooting South Carolina 11-1. And that is not deceiving in this game at all. They've earned this 11-1 advantage and 2-0 lead. As I say that, a steal by the Stingrays, saved by Bearden. Rebound, another brilliant save by Mikhail Bearden. On the slapper from Chernichin, 2 big saves from Mikhail Bearden, keeping this game 2-0. We will take a break with 9:27 to go in the first period. Jacksonville on top by a pair. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Get the best home buying experience you'll ever have. Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender. Wishing for a new car? Community First lets you delay your first payment for 90 days and has some of the lowest rates around. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action. 2-0 Icemen. Mikhail Bearden tested for the first time tonight just before the break with not one but 2 big saves. Draw will be to his right, and the Icemen take it. Everett Clark tossing it behind his net for Garrett Cockrell. Cockrell has to flatten the puck. It was slow to flatten. It was rolling on edge, but he does get the outlet pass for Clark. Clark skates into the South Carolina zone, comes to the far side corner. Rabbit against Chen. Rabbit wins the physical play, tries to work it free for Fowley. Stingrays get possession. They'll clear it to center ice. Horn for Fioretti over the blue line. Cross ice for Baker. Baker tries to center. Went right through the low slot. Comes up high for Jacksonville. They'll move it to the neutral zone. No further than that, however. Polkamp knocks it free for Chen. Chen back for Polkamp. Through the neutral zone come the Stingrays. Fioretti shovels it in to the right of Bearden, who will block it right at the goal line. Flip it himself to Cockrell. Wing to wing for Hunt, who redirects softly into the Stingray zone. No icing here because of it, as Davison flies it around the wall. Back into the Jacksonville end. Cedar home for the Icemen. Throws it right in front. It was almost a centering pass. He mishandled that pass, and Bearden had to stick handle it away. Icemen get it back. Bring it into the Stingray zone. Leach on it there for South Carolina. Cross ice look for Roberto. Roberto is over the blue line. Rister goes well wide to the far post. Leach holds it in at the left circle. Knocked away by McLeese. McLeese for Critchlow, backhanding it out to the neutral zone. McLeese gets it back at his own blue line. Dropping it further back for Mingo, then Cedarholm. Mingo gets it back. Mingo looking for Fortier. Fortier has to try and work it through the neutral zone. It is stolen by the Stingrays. Chernichin over the line. Goes from left to right. Rister in a screen. It went wide on the play. Leone holds it in. Around the wall. Jacksonville's first on the puck. Cedarholm. Off the glass, out to the neutral zone. Fortier fights for it. He gets the win, gets the battle. Tries to center it for Newbury. Knocked away by Leone. McKernan plays it to the near side wall. Jacksonville with a steal in the zone. It is Randolph looking for Fortier. Into the corner for Newbury. Centering pass deflected to the blue line for Justin Woods. Woods centering pass looking for the redirect was Fortier, and he put it just wide. Comes to the right wing corner. Randolph looking for it. Newbury is there as well. Fortier takes the body, but South Carolina takes the puck. Charbonneau for Bessie going wide on Glover. Well defended there by Jack Glover in his return to the ice. Stingrays hold it in the zone, however. Fioretti with a wrister. It is blocked. Comes right back to him, looking for McKernan. It goes off his skate and out to center ice. McKernan gets it back, looking for Baker at center ice. Fioretti over the blue line where Wood steals and clears out. Foot race for the puck, and Velasso's going to win it. Drop pass for Rabbit, then to Clark. Walks in, forehand, and he put it wide on the play. What a beautiful setup as Jacksonville gets it back. Trey Phillips tries to center. That is blocked. He'll move it behind the net instead for Velasso. Velasso, who just got his first pro goal on his last shift, getting it towards the blue line out of the zone, and South Carolina has possession. Polkamp cannot get around Trey Phillips. Well defended there by number 26 in black. Stingrays get it back, only to have Garrett Cockrell knock it free. Still not cleared, however. Christian Horn on his forehand at the top of the right circle. Cross ice for Mike Chen. Chen at the near side boards. Velasso takes the body on him. Loses it to Phillips, then for Velasso. Velasso chips it ahead. Tipped away by the Stingrays. Jacksonville wants a line change. Leach's outlet pass picked off by the Icemen. It is Critchlow starting in transition. Critchlow through the neutral zone. Great shift on Horn. Tries to split a couple of defenders. Drops it for Hunt. Forehand is blocked in front. Moves it for McLeese to the blue line for Mingo. Mingo with a drive. Deflected on net, and the right pad save is made by Milner. Critchlow got a piece of that one on the way in. Leach looks to clear, and he does. It will be called icing, and McLeese just drilled Leach right into the glass. He is very slow to get up, and McLeese may be heading to the box. Leach is still on one knee right now. Yeah, I think they're just going to call it a clean hit. No penalty here. Great hit there from Cam McLeese. 5:26 to go in the first period. It's Jacksonville on top 2-0. It could easily be 4 or 5-0, to be quite honest with you. Icemen win the draw in the offensive zone. Fowley kicks the puck away from Davison. Turns it back into the corner for Critchlow. Critchlow tries to get away from Leach. Looking for Cederholm at the right wing half wall. Cederholm, drop pass picked off there by Patrick Gall. Gall skates into the Jacksonville end, 1-on-2 for the moment. He'll just clear it in. Mingo eludes the forecheck of Gall, and another one, chipping it off the wall for Newbury and out to center ice. South Carolina in the neutral zone. They give it up. Newbury couldn't quite get the steal. South Carolina gets it back, and it is Fortier for the Icemen now. Fortier's outlet pass picked off, and the Stingrays get it into the Jacksonville end. Golfed at by Cederholm. Gall keeps it in, looking for Harrison. Harrison into the corner, right side of Bairden. Mingo first on the puck there for the Icemen. Good outlet pass for Fortier. Didn't handle it very well, but he still gets it over the blue line for Randolph as Fortier cuts to net. Randolph with a centering feed, blocked behind the net. Fortier gets it back, looking to center, deflected just wide by Newbury. Stingrays get it into the open wing. Tad Kozin going wide on Randolph, out to center ice. He'll forehand behind the Jacksonville net. 4 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the first period. It is 2-0 Icemen. Turnover in the neutral zone by Jacksonville. South Carolina tosses it into the Jacksonville zone. Bairden for Glover. Double teamed, but he works it free for Velasso. Velasso on the tape of Everett Clark. Over the blue line with Rabbit. Clark steps around a man, goes to the forehand, to the backhand. Denied. Rabbit tries to knock it in and stuff it inside the short side post. Couldn't do it. Chen tripped up on the play as the Stingrays get it back. Tipped away by Jacksonville and stolen. Rabbit loses it to Chen. Chen wing to wing for Bessie. Stingrays through center ice. Charbonneau to the right side. Rister on net. Save is made. Rebound cleared by Woods, looking for Clark. Possible 3-on-2 for Jacksonville. Velasso over the blue line. Tries to drop it back for Clark. Can he do it? No. It was well defended there by Davison for the Stingrays. 3:20 to go in the first period. Fioretti over the blue line. Well defended by Cockrell. Indirect pass for McLeese. Cannot get away from Leach. South Carolina into the zone. Bessie with a wrister up high, and a save is made. Mikhail Bairden making the save with the shoulder and keeping the puck in his midsection for the faceoff. 3:08 remaining in the first period. It is Jacksonville 2, South Carolina nothing. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jacks. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena. Feel the chill of winter and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, Follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound!
Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
Faceoff will be in the Icemen zone. Stingrays win it. McKernan at the right point. Cross ice for Leone. Cannot get the shot towards goal. He'll move it behind the net instead. Jacksonville gives it up. Stingrays with a steal. McKernan with a shot that was blocked by Garrett Hunt. Comes up high for McLeese. McLeese gets through the neutral zone. Feeds it for Critchlow. Critchlow tripped up. No call on the play. Icemen get it right back. Cockrell skates in. Cockrell looking for Hunt. Touch pass for Critchlow. Walks in. Forehand. Save is made. Rebound Hunt. Hunt on his backhand. Another save is made. Comes up high for McLeese. Slap shot is blocked. And it will go out to center ice. Jacksonville continues to just pepper the net of Parker Milner as Cockrell drills it around the wall. Newbury first on the puck. In front. And another save by Milner as Garrett Hunt tried to redirect it home. But Milner keeping the Stingrays in it. 5-star chance after 5-star chance. And Milner has been an all-star goaltender just to be down by 2 in this one. He's got to be furious at his team, to be truthful. He's being left out to dry in this first period. All Jacksonville. Shots on goal listed at 14-5. Randolph will have to take this draw for Jacksonville against Chernichin. Stingrays win the draw. Comes around the wall for Davison. Davison just forced to backhand it into Jacksonville's end. Jack Glover first on it there for the Icemen. Looking for Newbury. Newbury curls to his forehand. Long outlet pass. Connects with Randolph. Handled it beautifully. One-on-one is Randolph. Wrist shot goes wide. Comes off the end boards for Leach. Leach around the wall. Stingrays will skate out to center. Bessie gives it up to Justin Woods. Woods in turn gives it up to Charbonneau. Back for the Jacksonville Icemen. Newbury for Glover. Glover right wing side. Gives it up to Chernichin. Chernichin over the blue line. Looking for a trailer. He'll take the shot instead and is deflected out of play by Mikhail Bairden. Tough turnover there for Jacksonville, but Bairden was there to keep the Icemen at a 2-0 lead. Since we're talking about the goaltender, Mikhail Bairden, should mention that our first intermission guest, assuming he makes it here, we are scheduled anyway to have Rick St. Croix joining us live here in the intermission. He is the developmental goaltending coach for the Manitoba Moose. He is in town for the weekend, or at least a couple of days. I wouldn't call it the weekend necessarily, but we'll talk about the goaltending situation for the Moose and the Icemen. It looks very bright, I can tell you that much. Face-off is down. Jacksonville cannot clear the zone just yet. Stingrays had a shot towards goal that was deflected wide. Pinned up along the wall, far side. The Icemen strip it away. Rabbit looking for Clark. Out to center ice. Not able to set it up for Cody Fowley. Fowley gets it back, however. It'll backhand into the Stingray zone. South Carolina right back out to center ice. Christian Horn away from Clark. Nearly gave it up to Fowley. He got a stick on that pass. Baker has it go off a skate. Mingo hustles for it. Can he keep it in the zone? Fioretti knocks it free, and Mike Chen finally skates out of his own end. Chen over the blue line, 2-man attack. Final minute of play in the first period that has been dominated by Jacksonville. Mingo spins around the back of his net by Polkamp. Feeds it to the right for Cederholm. Cederholm for Clark. Handles the puck through his legs, and he'll backhand behind the Stingray net. Leach first on it there for South Carolina. Up the right side for Harrison. Harrison trying to go wide on Critchlow. Offside delayed here for the moment. Jacksonville will keep the puck. Trey Phillips starts the rush. Up the right side for McLeese. McLeese cannot gain the blue line. Stingrays take it. 27 seconds to go in the period. Leach for South Carolina. Long outlet pass goes off a skate. It is going to be onside, but Jacksonville clears out. Hunt fights for the puck. Could be icing if it reaches the goal line. They will wave it off, however. Leach falls down on the play as Garrett Hunt tries to get the puck loose. Leach tosses it away to the far side. Stingrays get it to the blue line, over the blue line. 5 seconds to go in the period. That should just about do it. South Carolina in their own end. 2 seconds, 1 second, the horn sounds, and the Icemen will be very happy going into the locker room with a 2-0 lead, which truthfully could be 3, 4, or 5-0 without the blink of an eye. Shots on goal listed at 16-5, all Jacksonville in that first period with a couple of goals to go with it. Dejan Mingo, his 4th of the year from Cam Critchlow at 2:22. That was a 4-on-4 even strength goal. And Colton Veloso gets his first goal as a pro. Garrett Hunt the assist on that one from 9:52. Period number 1, also an even strength goal for the Icemen. Wasey Rabbit talking with the linesman right now before heading off to the break. Garrett Hunt also talking with referee Sean McFarland before going to the locker room. We will take a break momentarily, but we will also have Sarah Rui down below with a between periods interview. Looks like with Colton Veloso. Definitely want to hear about his first pro goal, so we'll stick here before we go to the break, and hopefully Rick St. Croix on the back end of that commercial. Let's bring it down to Matt Schultz, your public address announcer.
Let's take it down to the ice. Here's Sarah with the Icemen's Colton Veloso.
That's right, here with Colton Veloso, the Icemen, really putting a lot of pressure on South Carolina so far tonight. 16 shots on net, well on our way to free Frosties, and one of those was actually your first pro goal. Congratulations. Walk us through it. Tell us how it felt.
It was awesome. Gloves made a nice pass up to me. I just chipped it in, and Huntsy got the puck and made a nice pass to me back door, just tapped it in.
Congrats. Good luck.
Congrats to Colton Veloso, and well done from the Jacksonville Icemen in the first period. 2-0 lead over the South Carolina Stingrays. We'll be back in a few minutes. This is Jacksonville Icemen Hockey on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com.
Get the best home buying experience you'll ever have. Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank.
That's right, I've got two
Equal housing lender.
here, and they
Wishing for a new car? Community
chickens.
First
It's all
lets you
about the
delay your
poultry
first payment
this
for
week.
90 days
Chicken
and
on
has
the
some of the
top.
lowest
We're
rates
gonna
around.
see most chickens on
Learn
top
more
of
at
the waffle. They're gonna win the
communityfirstfl.org
best
or
prize.
stop by a
What's
branch
our
near
first
you.
contestant? Tell us your
Community
name.
First,
Brendan.
love where you
All right,
bank.
have you thrown a lot of
Hey
chickens in
fans,
your life?
be sure to check out
do it every Saturday, like 1
ECHL.TV,
through 5,
the
I
live
usually
streaming destination for the
Perfect. Sorry, buddy.
2018-19 season.
All right, go ahead.
Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition
We got
view
one
and
chicken
playback
on.
functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT
3
devices.
chickens on.
Visit
All right, very nicely
ECHL.TV
done. All that
today
practice
to
has
get into the
paid off.
game
3
and
out of
never
5.
miss
Tell
the
us your
action.
name.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jacks. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena. Feel the chill of winter and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores.
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubik. Rebound. Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
We are between periods 1 and 2 between the Jacksonville Icemen and South Carolina Stingrays. Jacksonville on top by a score of 2-0 and looking very good in the process. Arlie Johnson joined by developmental goaltending coach for the Manitoba Moose, Rick St. Croix, with us here in Jacksonville. Rick, first of all, welcome back to Florida. It's good to have you here.
It's great to be here. It's a great city. I love it.
I can only imagine compared to Manitoba. Let's talk about your role for this organization. You know, goaltending is really, I think, a strong suit for the Winnipeg Jets on the whole, on down to Manitoba, and then here to Jacksonville, and you've got your hands all over it. Talk to me about the process of being able to work not just a top 2 in Winnipeg, but having a whole depth of goaltenders from top to bottom.
Yeah, I think the situation we're in is we're fortunate that we have solid goaltenders in different spots in the program, and those that will move up and those that we can project hopefully down the road that will fill in other spots if need be. Every position on a team is important, and the goaltenders are very important to us. So my role is to support those young developing goaltenders, help them recognize what they need to do at each stage that they're in. And it's a good fit for me. I love it.
I can only imagine that you are salivating at the opportunity to work with a guy like Mikhail Bairden, 20 years old, super talented, maybe a little raw as well, but man, he's got some amazing skills. Talk about him and what you see out of him.
Yeah, for sure. He's exciting, and I have had the opportunity for the past 2 seasons to kind of watch his games, and with that, get exposed to what he does game to game. Yeah, he has special areas of his game that are unique to the position, and I've been doing this many years, and when I see him do what he does at his age in certain areas, I kind of go, wow, that's got a lot of potential. There's other factors that have to be in place as well, but he is a good prospect for us.
I imagine one of the things that is also entertaining for you as a goaltender coach is you have to weed out not only the guys that are talented, but the guys that are coachable as well, especially when they're young. Talk about that process, how easy or difficult it can be to get through to a goaltender who maybe is a little bit of a different breed than some of the other guys.
Well, that could be an issue for any development coach in any position.
Yes.
I really feel fortunate, and over the years with the different organizations, there haven't been many that haven't been open to cooperating and listening. They all have the dream of getting to a higher level. I'm just a tool that they can use to help them develop. I'm not the type of guy that says it's my way or the highway. I'm trying to see where your strengths are and build upon those. Certainly if they're red flags, we got to identify them. But the goalies that I have here with Winnipeg have been awesome. And even Jamie Phillips last year, he was here. I mean, these guys worked so hard at their game and cooperated, and we shared ideas, and we, I felt, made a step forward in their development. And then someone like Jamie moves on, and that's where the organization is always trying to, what can we project over the next 3 years, and what are we going to need to fill in?
I know you want to try and put your 2 cents in on any goaltending prospect, but do you get surprised sometimes by the prospect themselves when they say, oh, I like it this way, and it makes you almost think, you know what, I'm okay with that. I like the way you're thinking.
Well, it makes me think things over, clearly. I was in Toronto for a while with Ben Scrivens, and he had the strangest set position. His elbows were away from his body, and his arms were up like an octopus almost. It was different. But he had gotten there up to that point and has been recognized as a good goalie. I didn't feel it's up to me to say, no, you can't do that. But it was peculiar. And I planted the seed near the end of the season, like, why don't we visit this now where we can think about it through the summer? And, by Christmas of the next year, he had changed his positioning. But he came around to it. Like, it was his call, because he's the guy stopping pucks. But those things do happen, and it's sort of, how do we get you to buy into what we're saying? And there's a friendship, I think, a trust, and a belief in the message. So sometimes you got to sit back and listen, and maybe you have to adjust.
Well, before I let you go, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about Jacksonville's other goaltending prospect here. That's Tanner Jalett.
Oh, for sure.
And, he's got quite a pedigree from the university, national championship with the University of Denver, Mike Richter Award, maybe a little bit of a late bloomer only because he's a little bit older because of his university experience. But what do you see in him and how he fits into the Winnipeg-Manitoba equation?
Well, we knew what we were getting to a point, and then how does that transfer into the pro game? What I like about Tanner is he has great maturity, he has good perspective, hockey sense. So when we do talk about things, he can add to the discussion and certainly provide to me an understanding that, you know, he's not just going out there and scrambling. He's methodical and he knows his stuff, and he's played well already this year. So I told him from kind of day one, I like what I see. I haven't seen you play much. I can't wait to do that. And fortunately now we get to see him play as well. Yeah, he's a student of the game.
And I imagine with all of these guys, the common theme, just to be a prospect in general, they have to be so driven to, you know, to better themselves and advance to the next level and the next level. If you don't see something like that, it's hard to be able to put trust and faith in a guy.
Yeah, I think you're right, and he does the right things. And if we see goaltenders kind of, or athletes in general, they're coming for maybe the wrong reasons, or they're looking more for the lifestyle, or more for what they think it is, and it's not that. Then these, I like in this case with Tanner, for example, there's some humility there, and he's down to earth and he's working hard. So I think a touch of humility in our process is probably a good, wise thing to have.
Here with Rick St. Croix, the developmental goaltending coach for the Manitoba Moose. Any plans to be able to come back to Jacksonville again this year? I mean, there's certainly reason to with a couple of good prospects down here.
Because of that. I think we've made a point to say that we're going to try to come in and show that we care and support the coaching staff, support the players that are here, but primarily for me, it is the goaltenders. I am happy to be doing that, and I intend to be here as often as I can, but I also have other goalies to take care of as well. So it's sort of like figuring out the schedule where everyone's happy. So that's fun.
Well, we look forward to seeing you at least another time or two, and we appreciate the time spent up here in the booth with me as well. Thank you so much, Rick.
Thank you. That was a lot of fun.
You got it. Rick St. Croix with us, developmental goaltending coach for the Manitoba Moose and Jacksonville Icemen, I suppose, as well.
Absolutely.
We will take a break and return in just a moment as the Icemen are on top by a score of 2-0. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
Get the best home buying experience you'll ever have. Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender. Wishing for a new car? Community First lets you delay your first payment for 90 days and has some of the lowest rates around. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jacks. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
Back in Jacksonville, Arlie Johnson with you on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com. The Icemen with a 2-0 lead over the South Carolina Stingrays in a game that could easily be 3-0, 4-0, 5-0 even. 16-5 the shots on goal. I don't even think that is a good indicator because Jacksonville just dominated the opening 20 minutes of play. I'm very curious to see what happens coming into the second period, however. Stingrays head coach Spiros Anastas no doubt is going to give his team the riot act. The question is whether they respond or not. Jacksonville, I think, is going to come out with the exact same intensity, but if they take their foot off the gas a little bit, and if South Carolina comes back with more intensity, this game is unfortunately not over. Just because Jacksonville dominated the opening 20 does not mean that they have won the game just yet. They've got to continue it on for 60 minutes. As for the goals for the Icemen, Dejan Mingo has his fourth. That was a 4-on-4 goal. Cam Critchlow the only assist, 2:22 into the game. And congratulations to Colton Veloso. His first goal as a pro, his first of the year, of course, with Garrett Hunt getting the only assist, 9:52 the time of that goal. The Icemen had several other high-quality opportunities. Parker Milner, South Carolina's goaltender, truthfully was brilliant in that first period, just to keep it at 2-0. Mikhail Berden only had to face 5 shots. A couple of them were labeled, though. He had to be sharp on a couple of occasions, and he was. Tough for a goaltender to face high-quality shots when you're not facing many shots, but that was what Berden had to deal with in that first period, and he was up to the task. Both teams are back out onto the ice. Each team, only one power play. Jacksonville did have one power play. It was an excellent power play, but the Stingrays killed it off. Stingrays had one power play as well. They did not convert it on it. As you look at some highlights, there's Dejan Mingo's goal. Beating Milner to the glove side. Curious to see if there's a second assist on the Colton Veloso goal as we look at the highlights on ECHL.TV. There's Hunt for Veloso. Maybe it is the only assist on the play, but what a pass it was from Garrett Hunt to Colton Veloso. Slipped it inside the far post. Milner had no chance whatsoever. Other opportunities for the Icemen. Rabbit with an opportunity right at the top of the crease there. 2 chances, in fact. Hunt had a chance earlier as well. They look at Mikhail Berden with a save on Grant Bessie. One of the Stingrays' few chances of the opening period. So here we go, ready for period number 2. We will start at even strength, 5-on-5. Clark, Veloso, and Rabbit at forward. Jacob Cederholm and Dejan Mingo on defense. Sam Fioretti waiting for the drop of the puck from Sean McFarland. It is down. Clark wins it for Cederholm. Here we go. Middle stanza is underway. The Icemen leading 2-0. They're skating from my right to my left here in this second period. Jacksonville gets it into the Stingray zone. South Carolina skates it right back out. Fioretti on his forehand tries to throw it cross ice for Davison. Davison centering pass blocked by Mingo. Davison gets it right back. Around the boards we go. Leach holds it in the left circle. Slap shot and the save is made. Rebound is covered. Berden will take the draw. And it is the Stingrays getting an early chance on goal with Leach's drive from the left circle. Quick line change for both teams. Newbury, Fortier, and Randolph at forward here. Jacksonville, for the last handful of games, have been going with only 5 defensemen, but not tonight. Jack Glover is back after a 5-game absence. So the Icemen going with a traditional 10 forward, 6 defense alignment as the Icemen look to clear out of the zone. Can't do it yet. Trey Phillips, however, kicks it free, knocked it onto his stick, feeding it for Randolph, dropping it for Newbury. Newbury from the red line, cross ice, deflects into the Stingray zone. South Carolina knocks it off the boards and right back out to center. Harrison collides with Randolph as Bairden flips it around the wall. Harrison keeps it in, only to give it up to Trey Phillips. Phillips will be our second intermission guest, by the way, so stick around for that. As Jacksonville with a long lead pass goes by everybody. Icing will be called, and a penalty, I think, will be called as well. What's the call going to be? Roberto is arguing with McFarland. Slashing is the call, and it looks like it's going to be an Icemen total air care power play. Nick Roberto heads into the box. It will be a power play for Jacksonville. That'll bring the faceoff outside Jacksonville's blue line instead of a defensive zone draw. And the Icemen will go on the power play, looking for more. The Icemen will have Everett Clark, Wasey Rabbit, and Max Fortier up front, along with Cam McLeese and Garrett Cockrell. 4 forwards here for Jacksonville. They're smelling blood, looking for an insurance goal here early in the second period. Stingrays will wrist it behind the Jacksonville net. Bairden will play it for McLeese. McLeese back behind the goal for Cockrell. Garrett Cockrell, flip pass up the middle, picked off and taken back in behind the Jacksonville goal. Cockrell will regroup and start up the right wing side, feeding it for Fortier. Fortier, touch pass for Clark over the blue line, tries to backhand it from McLeese, stolen by South Carolina and cleared to center. Cockrell gets it right back, looking for Clark at the red line. Clark stick handles to the blue line, bouncing puck comes from McLeese. McLeese around one man, looking for 48 at the right circle, and the Icemen will set up their power play. Off the boards to the right point for Cockrell. Cross ice, it's McLeese, top of the left circle. McLeese, right-handed shot, flipping it for Cockrell. Winds and fires, save is made, rebound is cleared over the blue line and out to center. Cockrell knocks it away from Bessie, looking for McLeese. McLeese's wing-to-wing pass, picked off, and cleared behind the Jacksonville goal. 55 seconds to go on this power play. Bairden will leave it for Cockrell behind the cage. Woods steps onto the ice with him. Woods now controls behind his own net. Fowley, Newbury, and Randolph are the forwards as the Icemen complete a line change. Fowley takes a hit and wrists it around the wall. Stingrays look to clear. They can't do it yet. Randolph holds it in. Left wing corner. Mingo, the defenseman, pinching in deep to hold it in the zone as well. Mingo looks to center, knocks it free for Randolph. Randolph on his backhand, still in the corner, tied up along the wall. Mingo tries to work it free for Woods. Woods holds it in, tossing it into the corner for Randolph. Randolph back for Woods. Wrister and a save is made. Woods gets it back behind the net for Randolph and back for Woods. Woods at the right circle. Steps around a man into the high slot, then gives it up to South Carolina. Tries to hold it in and does. Mingo for Newbury at the right circle. Cross ice look for Woods. Teams are back at full strength as Woods plays behind the net for Randolph. Continuing it around the wall, Newbury with a centering pass deflects to the opposite corner. And South Carolina finally stick handles out to center ice. Jacksonville now 0 for 2 on the power play as Newbury with a long outlet pass. Fowley tries to handle it for a breakaway, couldn't do it. Would have been a clean breakaway as the net comes off of its pegs and the play will be blown dead. Newbury with a spectacular pass to Cody Fowley. Would have sent him all alone on a breakaway, but he couldn't quite handle it. 16:26 to go in the second period. Trying to determine whether this faceoff will be in Jacksonville's offensive zone or in the neutral zone. Don't know yet. The officials are conferring, and it will be an offensive zone draw for the Icemen. Critchlow, McLeese, and Hunt are the forwards. Critchlow and Hunt both with an assist tonight on different goals. Icemen win the draw as well. Hunt kicks it onto his stick into the right wing corner, shovels it behind the net looking for McLeese. First on the puck, however, is Harrison. Cross ice, out to center ice. Jacksonville takes possession. Cedarholm looking for Critchlow, then for McLeese. McLeese gives it up. Right back come the Icemen with Trey Phillips. Phillips going wide on a man. Left circle, goes behind the net, centering feed. Knocked away, comes from McLeese. McLeese on his backhand. He'll stick handle behind the Stingray net. Looks to the wraparound. Goes all to the blue line. Cedarholm with a drive. Blocked in front. Hunt can't get the shot away. Leone tries to play it ahead. Does get it loose. And back into the neutral zone. Cozen and Cedarholm will joust at one another as the puck went out of play into the Stingray bench. I don't think we'll have any penalties here. Not yet, anyway. Garrett Hunt wouldn't mind grabbing a couple of penalties as long as he takes somebody with him. I don't expect penalties here. Face-off will be in the neutral zone. 15:48 to go in the second period. It remains Jacksonville 2, South Carolina nothing. Arlie Johnson with you here on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com. Good to have everybody listening, as always, including a certain special guest in the Oak Leaf area. I think she may know who she is. Draw is in the neutral zone. South Carolina wins it. At center ice, Everett Clark looks for a steal. He got a piece of it, couldn't stick handle. Milner tries to clear it himself to center ice, and he does. Stingrays get it over the Jacksonville blue line. Wrist shot by Charbonneau, deflects high and just barely stays in play. High off the glass, but it did stay in. Clark will chip it off the glass and out to center ice. Charbonneau knocks it back into his own zone for Mike Chen. Clark will move in deep to forecheck. Nearly got the puck free. Comes to the left side, and now he does get the puck free. One-timer, great save. Rebound for Randolph. Randolph for the Icemen behind the South Carolina net. Tries to center. Cross ice for Woods. Winds and fires. Another save. It's still loose. Comes for Randolph. Forehand. Another save by Milner. Rebound for the Icemen. Randolph to the blue line for Glover. Left side for Woods. Woods spins away from a man. Tosses it back behind the net for Randolph. Randolph looks to center. Knocked away by Milner briefly. Stingrays look to clear. Not yet. Glover holds it in for Jacksonville. Jack Glover to the blue line for Newbury. Newbury just onto the ice. Slap shot goes wide. Woods pinches in and holds it in. Behind the net for Randolph. Centering feed. Newbury turns to his forehand and shoots it wide. Comes off the end boards for Charbonneau, who will finally knock it out to center ice. More pressure from Jacksonville. It has been relentless tonight. Woods at his own line. To the left for Randolph. Is at the end of a long shift. They are onside. Randolph in the slot. Tries the backhand feed for Newbury. Couldn't get it there. Stingrays will intercept and play out to center. Christian Horn gains the blue line. Tries to go wide on Phillips. Beats him wide behind the Jacksonville net. Horn looks to center. Knocked in front. Away by Garrett Hunt looking for Newbury. Newbury to the right side for Fortier. 3-on-2 possible if they hurry. Phillips over the blue line. Poke checked free by South Carolina. Here come the Stingrays. Polkamp over the blue line. Slap shot. Save is made. Rebound knocked away by McLeese. McLeese kicks it out to center where Fioretti takes over for South Carolina. 13:41 to go in the second period. It's Jacksonville 2, South Carolina nothing. The Icemen have the puck in their own end. McLeese tries to let it ride out. Can't get it out of the zone yet. Woods will try the opposite wing. Near side boards we go here. Phillips to the neutral zone. Out to center ice. Roberto spins away from Critchlow's forecheck. Has to turn all the way back behind his own net to keep possession. Roberto off the boards, stolen by Jacksonville at center ice. It's Rabbit over the blue line, onside. On the left, looks to center, knocks it in front. Open man is Critchlow. I think it went off the post. The light went on. They're saying it's a goal, but we will play on. Wasey Rabbit at the right wing circle. Centering pass knocked away. Comes for Roberto. Must have gone off the inside of the post. No goal is called. The light went on. We will see if there's a conversation with the goal judge and the referee at the next whistle. For now, however, we play on. Everett Clark behind the South Carolina net. Into the near corner for Wasey Rabbit. Trying to go back for Clark behind the net. Defended by Harrison. Leach helps out for the Stingrays. He'll backhand it for Roberto. Roberto to the neutral zone for Patrick Gall. Cedarholm takes the body on him. The Icemen take the puck in the neutral zone. Everett Clark dropping it back for Mingo as the Icemen complete a line change. Mingo up the right side for Fortier, who redirects into the zone. McKernan first on the puck. All the way to the center ice for Roberto. Roberto backs it into his own zone. Goes off a leg for Chernichin for the Stingrays. He'll backhand it in. Mingo first on the puck, driven into the boards by Charbonneau. Sticks are up high as the Icemen get the puck in their own end. Fortier with speed. He's got Glover and Randolph with him. They are onside. Fortier goes wide on Chen and beats him. Behind the net is Fortier. As Mingo is slow to go to the bench for Jacksonville. Stingrays get it to center ice. It is Grant Bessie by himself for now. Picks up Charbonneau. Charbonneau gives it up to Randolph. Randolph, and behind the play, Newbury wants to go after Andrew Chernichin. Gloves will drop, and Newbury is pounding away at Chernichin and gives him 2 points for the takedown. fell right on top of Andrew Chernichin and knocked him down right at the Jacksonville blue line. Newbury was ready for it, and the crowd absolutely loves it. Newbury straight to the penalty box. Chernichin heads to the locker room, it looks like. As we look at the replay of Cam Critchlow, did he score? No, he did not. It went off the post clearly on the replay. We will take a break with 11:38 to go in period number 2. It stays Jacksonville 2, South Carolina nothing. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
Get the best home buying experience you'll ever have. Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender. Wishing for a new car? Community First lets you delay your first payment for 90 days and has some of the lowest rates around. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jax. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
There's a break in the action. Jacksonville leads 2-0. They're reviewing whether Cam Critchlow's shot towards goal will be a goal. The goal light went on, but the referee said play on, and looking at replay, it clearly did go off the post and did not go in the net. No goal, it is waved off. And on top of that, the fight with Chris Newbury and Andrew Chernichin, and Newbury has an extra 2 minutes for that penalty. So possible instigator penalty for Newbury, I'm not sure. It will be a power play for the Stingrays, I do know that much. And the Icemen, for all the good things they've done in the opening half of this game, it's still a game. It's still only 2-0. This has been far from decided. The two team captains, Garrett Hunt and Joey Leach, talking with referee Sean McFarland. Faceoff will be in the Jacksonville zone here. And the Stingrays will have their second power play of the night. Faceoff will be to Bairden's left-hand side. Chernichin against Critchlow for the drop of the puck. Chernichin's still on the ice. I thought he was the one in the fight. But he's on the ice right now. He got nothing. We'll wait and see what the penalty calls are. At any rate, it's a power play for South Carolina. Critchlow and Hunt, the penalty killers for Jacksonville. Critchlow wins the draw. Trying to clear out his Glover for Hunt.
May 22, second period.
Wow.
Your Icemen are on the absolute bail bonds.
The only penalty was 2 minutes for roughing. That is the roughingest roughing penalty I've ever seen. I don't know how that wasn't a fight, at least for Newbury, I would have thought. But whatever. Newbury gets away with just a 2-minute penalty for bashing in the face of Andrew Chernichin 2 or 3 times and then throwing him down on the ice. Okay. Well spent, I think. 2 minutes well earned. Stingrays at their own blue line. Grant Bessie with speed. He's over the Jacksonville line. Poke checked away, and it comes back out to center ice. Nearly getting the steal is Cody Fowley, but Chernichin skates into the zone. Poke checked away by Jacksonville. Cleared back out to center. Davison has to wait for his teammates to clear the zone. Play it cross ice. It's stolen there by Glover. Glover turns to his forehand side. He's just going to waste some time. Drop it back for Justin Woods. Woods will wrist it the length of the ice. Stingrays block it behind their net with 53 seconds to go on this power play. Davison behind his own net. Critchlow and Hunter back out there penalty killing. Tad Kozin through the neutral zone. For Horn on the right side, they are onside. Horn looks to center, it goes behind the net. Mingo takes the body on him, tries to take the puck away, comes loose for Critchlow. Critchlow cannot clear, it's Leach at the right side. To the left, looking for Polkamp, taking the body on him is Cedarholm. Critchlow looks for the puck, knocked away by Cedarholm again. South Carolina with a weak shot towards goal. Bairden with an easy stick save. Rebound for the Icemen, trying to clear and able to do so is Dejan Mingo. Grant Bessie got a hand on it but couldn't keep it in the zone. 14 seconds to go on the power play. Horn over the blue line, tosses it behind the Jacksonville net. Bairden will play it around the wall himself for Mingo. Mingo can't clear yet. Critchlow now with the steal. Critchlow through center ice. Gains the blue line. He's by himself for the moment, but teams are back at full strength as Chris Newbury is back out onto the ice. And he will stay on the ice for this line change as the Stingrays work it through center ice. Offside, however, is called. 9:27 to go in period number 2. It stays Jacksonville 2, South Carolina nothing. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL. Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
2-0 Icemen is your score. Arlie Johnson with you on ECHL.tv and JacksIcemen.com. The Icemen looking to improve to 11-5 on the season, and they have looked awful good tonight. Maybe their best game of the season, at least at home, in my opinion. Icemen try to keep the puck in the Stingray zone, can't do it. Loose at center ice, and Jacksonville does take it away this time. Trey Phillips will stick handle behind his own net to give himself a little more time and space. He'll start the rush, feeding to the right for Newbury. Newbury over the blue line, cross ice, deflected away. Phillips tries to hold it in, can't do it. Harrison, lead pass for Roberto, partial breakaway. Backhander, save is made, rebound behind the net. Cockrell hustled in play just enough to force Roberto to take a backhander. He had no opportunity to move it to his forehand side. That made the save a little easier for Mikhail Bairden. Rebound comes for the Icemen. They can't clear yet. Baker shot blocked in front. Stingrays hold it in. Gall at the left circle. Rister in a screen, blocked. And it comes up high for Newbury. Newbury tosses it for Fortier. Deep into the zone. He'll beat everybody to the puck and wave off the icing. Max Fortier at the right circle in the offensive zone. Drops it for Rabbit behind the Stingray net. Turning to his forehand. Looks for a man in front. Goes to the blue line instead. Glover for Woods. Wrists it intentionally wide. Goes off the end boards for Veloso. Veloso looks for the wraparound. Throws it in front. Nobody there as he put it right through the slot. Comes up high for South Carolina. And Bessie takes it into the offensive end for the Stingrays. Bessie's pass picked off by Jacksonville. Woods ahead for Veloso, then for Rabbit. Trying to get it back for Veloso behind the Stingray net. South Carolina takes it. Charbonneau for Chernichin, who flips it high into the air. Foot race for the puck. Stingrays will wave off this potential icing call as Bessie beat everybody to the puck. Woods tries to kick it loose. Comes to the far side wall. Leach keeps it in. Throwing it right through the goal mouth. Bairden got a piece of it with the goaltender's stick. Woods plays it ahead for McLeese. McLeese with a three-man rush. Thought he had Clark with him, but Clark just went to the bench for a line change instead. McLeese finishes his body check, continues his physical play. He's a good, gritty power forward. Just a traditional power forward, Cam McLeese. At 6'3", 205 pounds. Likes to throw his weight around, but he can put the puck in the net too. Stingrays with it behind their own cage. A long outlet pass, broken up at center ice by Cedarholm. McLeese chips it ahead, and it looks like it goes into the Stingray bench before it comes back out onto the ice surface. They'll blow the play dead with 6:59 to go in period number 2. The Icemen leading 2-0. Both goals in the opening 10 minutes of the game. Dejan Mingo at the 2:22 mark, his 4th. Colton Veloso at the 9:52 mark, his 1st as a pro. Stingrays win the faceoff. They'll backhand it behind the Jacksonville goal. Cockrell whips it around the boards, comes all the way to center ice. Randolph tries to knock it loose for Newbury. Stingrays get the steal at center ice. Christian Horn, slap shot goes well wide, held in at the blue line by Leach. His drive also goes wide to the far post. Davison holds it in for Fioretti. Looking for Polkamp in the right wing corner, back for Fioretti. Centering pass, deflects up high, it comes to Fowley. 2-on-2 with Randolph. Newbury trying to make it 3-on-2. Fowley cannot gain the line. It's going to be offside against Jacksonville with 6:27 to go in period number 2. Shots on goal in this period, it's been a little bit more even. Jacksonville has 6, South Carolina has 6. But the shots on goal overall, still a 2-1 advantage for the Icemen. 22 for Jacksonville, only 11 for South Carolina. Clark, Veloso, and Rabbit are the forwards. Puck is down. Veloso knocks it behind the Stingray net. Milner will block it and play it himself around the boards. Rabbit's first on the puck to the blue line for Glover. Rister in a screen, deflected right into the top of the crease, but there was nobody there for the Icemen to take the rebound as Milner made the initial save. Stingrays back in transition. Chernichin right circle. Rister goes high and wide and ends up out of play. May have been deflected by defenseman Justin Woods. Faceoff should stay in the Jacksonville zone here with 6:04 to go. Tonight is the first game of a 4-game homestand for Jacksonville all this week. So for all the kids that are out of school, you got tonight and 3 more opportunities to come to Icemen games this week. Tomorrow is a great litmus test for the Icemen as the first place Icemen will face the first place team in the North Division, the Newfoundland Growlers. The 2 best teams in the Eastern Conference will face off in a rare opportunity. Jacksonville 10-5 right now, hoping to be 11-5. The Growlers lead their division with a 13-5 record, and they've won 8 in a row. So the Icemen will try and snap that 8-game winning streak for Newfoundland tomorrow night. The Growlers, in fact, are in attendance for the game tonight. Several of their players, coaching staff, radio broadcaster, they're here in attendance doing a little pre-game scouting for tomorrow night's contest. The Icemen have the puck in the neutral zone. Everett Clark tries to gain the line, and he does with Rabbit. Clark at the blue line, double teamed on the play, still jamming at it. Eventually, the Stingrays knock it loose. They'll work it into the Jacksonville zone. Glover first on the puck there. Backhands it for Woods. Cross ice for McLeese. Sending it up ice for Rabbit, who gives it up to Patrick Gall. Delayed offside. Now they'll take it into the zone. Onside is South Carolina. Icemen get a interception, and they'll tap it out to center. Chen will drive it around the wall. Stingrays are first on the puck. Kozin centering pass for Roberto. Rister on net, and a save made by Bairden, who skated out to the top of the crease in order to cut off the angle from Roberto. Superb clinical goaltending there from Mikhail Bairden as we stay 2-0 with the Icemen on top. Back in a moment on JacksonvilleIcemen.com and ECHL.tv.
Get the best home buying experience you'll ever have. Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender. Wishing for a new car? Community First lets you delay your first payment for 90 days and has some of the lowest rates around. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.tv, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.tv today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change.
Face off in the Jacksonville end. The Icemen cannot clear yet, but misfiring on his shot is Tad Kozin, and now the Icemen will clear it ahead. Foot race for the puck. Stingrays win it. They do not clear it yet. Chen to the left of his goaltender, Parker Milner. Stick handles behind the net, off the wall. Deflected away to center ice. Critchlow takes over as Mingo completes an open ice hit on Tad Kozin. Mingo now with the puck in his own end with 4:32 to go in the second period. Mingo headmanning it for Critchlow. Wristing it in, cross ice. Fowley gives chase. Baker up the far side boards. The Icemen get it back at center ice. Mingo will try again, right up the middle. He's got one goal already tonight for the Icemen. Over the blue line, wrist shot is deflected wide. Newbury throws Baker down, tries to center. Picked off there by the Stingrays. Fioretti takes it away from Fortier. Cross ice, goes off a skate, stays in play, and Fioretti drives it into the Icemen zone. Cockrell first on the puck for Jacksonville. Off the boards for Randolph. Randolph turns and fires it in behind the Stingray net. Milner will leave it there for Davison, who skates away from Fortier. 3:47 to go in the second period. Over the blue line, Davison onside for South Carolina. Sharp angle shot, Bairden with a save. Rebound for Phillips behind the net. Tapping it loose for Fortier. He'll start a three-man attack for Jacksonville. Gets by a man as well. He's over the blue line. Cuts in alone. Tries to get a shot away. Deflected. Tries to center. And it gets deflected again behind the net. Christian Horn takes possession for South Carolina. Davison drops it into his own end for Joey Leach. The Icemen completing a line change. Veloso waiting at the top of the crease. Milner running some interference for Joey Leach as Leach feeds to the right wing for Fioretti. Fioretti gives it up to Clark. Nearly walked in alone, but Leach was there to help out his defensive partner and play it wing to wing and back into the Jacksonville zone. Trey Phillips on it there. Don't forget, Phillips will be our second intermission guest here on ECHL.TV. Icemen clear into the zone. Veloso completes the check on Kozin, or rather Christian Horn, as the Icemen get the puck behind their own cage. Down to 2:42 to go in the second period. No goals in this period, but the Icemen still leading 2-0 as Garrett Hunt taps it away from Polkamp. Back into his own end is Garrett Hunt behind his own net. Stops there, plays it to the right side, too far from Cleese. It will be called icing against the Icemen with 2:26 on the clock in the second period. We'll bring it to the right side of Mikhail Bairden. Jacksonville has Critchlow, Hunt, and McLeese as the forwards. Head coach Jason Christie still trying to juggle the lines, the forward lines anyway, just the right way to try and add a little more balance from lines 1 down to 3. Rister on net, deflected, and a save made by Bairden. Comes to the far side corner, shot by Bessie and a save by Bairden. He has no idea where the puck is, but he had it all along as the Stingrays get a couple of quality opportunities. And Bairden again with his hand up in the air as if to say thank you for the applause. Man, he really plays to the fans. Talented. What a future for this kid, but he's fun and he's as entertaining a goaltender as you'll see. He gets a round of applause from the fans. He'll acknowledge them in the middle of a game. Something you almost never see from a goaltender. Newbury on the draw, loses it. Bessie with a drive just wide to the far post. Bessie with a couple of chances there just in the last few seconds as Charbonneau looks to center, but it's broken up by Glover. Glover on his backhand, flips it out to the South Carolina line. Leone in control there, off the wall for Charbonneau. Stepping up as Glover to knock it loose for Fortier. Over the blue line for Randolph, closes, fires. It goes high and wide to the short side. Fortier holds in at the right circle, tapping it into the corner. Randolph and Leone fight for it. Fortier knocks it free. Stingrays get it right back, however. Chernichin right up the middle, three-man rush. Over the blue line, they are onside. Charbonneau with a wrister. Blocker save made by Bairden. Rebound comes up high. Stingrays hold it in. Around the boards we go to the near side. Mike Chen jousting with Randolph. The Icemen take over, knocking it free and a steal by the Stingrays. Wrister goes wide. Off the end boards, Bairden with a save on Bessie from sharp angle. Icemen will clear it out of the zone as Mikhail Bairden forced to make a couple more saves, keeping it at 2-0. Stingrays back into the zone. This is the best offensive pressure they've had all night long. Jacksonville gets to the puck. Rabbit clears it out to the Stingray line. 1:05 to go in the second period. Stingrays skate back into the offensive zone. Comes loose for the Stingrays, trying to get the shot away. It's knocked loose. Bairden makes a save. Rebound comes loose. Bairden dives out of his crease, cannot freeze it. He's lost his goaltender's stick as the Stingrays try to get it towards goal. It is blocked in front. It goes behind the net for Mingo. Mingo looking for Cedarholm behind his own net. He just wants to clear it out, and he does. And it stays 2-0. Stingrays have it in their own zone. Rabbit takes the body. As the Stingrays get it back to center ice, we will play on. Stingrays through the neutral zone. Roberto's cross-ice pass broken up and cleared out to center. It goes off a loose piece of stick at center ice. That is causing a little problems here. Stingrays get it back into the offensive zone. 20 seconds to go in the period. Hunt takes the body on Harrison. Cedarholm has lost his stick for Jacksonville. Stingrays with a centering feed. Can't get it towards net yet. Hunt takes the body. 9 seconds to go. The Icemen, Cam McLeese has lost his stick, and he will just glove it out to center ice. Smart play there by Cam McLeese, and that should pretty much do it. Penalty coming as time expires, and we'll see if this is going to be on Garrett Hunt. There will be a penalty as time expires. It looked like it was just a collision between Hunt and Fioretti off the puck. There will be a penalty called, but we stay 2-0 with the Icemen on top. Stingrays with their best pressure of the night by far over those last 2 to 3 minutes of the second period. But Mikhail Bairden still keeping them off the scoreboard. Shots on goal in that second period. South Carolina with 13. Jacksonville with 7. At one point, it was 6-6 in that period. So the Stingrays get 7 of the last 8 shots on goal in that period. Total shots on goal, Jacksonville with 23, South Carolina with 18. We'll see what the penalty is before we go to break. I believe it's going to be to Garrett Hunt, but we'll wait to see. Time of the penalty is going to be at 20 minutes of period number 2. It is Garrett Hunt. 2 minutes for tripping, so the Stingrays will start the third period with a power play, and the Icemen have a critical juncture in the hockey game when we resume play. But for now, we'll go to break. We will also head downstairs to Sarah Rui, who is with Captain Garrett Hunt.
Here with the captain, a scoreless second period. Have had a pretty good 3 games now against South Carolina. What's the key to continued success here in the third period?
I think we got to come out like we did in the first period, kind of let them off the hook that second period. We got to stay in there, be physical, and stay on their defense.
Thanks, good luck.
Garrett Hunt with us between periods. He will be in the penalty box when we start back up. Coming up after this break, we'll be joined by rookie defenseman Trey Phillips of the Jacksonville Icemen. Stay tuned for that. Great conversation with him. And we'll also go through the upcoming homestand for the Icemen. Don't forget, this is the first of 4 straight home games for Jacksonville this week here at the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena. It is a 2-0 lead for the Icemen after 2 periods of play. This is Jacksonville Icemen Hockey on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com. Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 31st season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank everyone in attendance for your support of ECHL hockey. The ECHL would also like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, the official signage provider, BFL Canada Risk and Insurance, and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2019 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony. The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys. CCM Hockey, the official on-ice equipment provider.
First shot looks
Coco
good.
5, the official hydration beverage of the ECHL. Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL. Geico, the official auto insurance of the ECHL. Howie's Hockey Tape, the official hockey tape and a lace provider. In Glasgow, the official puck provider. Warrior, the official protective wear provider. And the Fairley Group, the official commercial insurance provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.TV.
Get the best home buying experience you'll ever have. Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender. Wishing for a new car? Community First lets you delay your first payment for 90 days and has some of the lowest rates around. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jax. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena. Feel the chill of winter and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
We're between periods between the Jacksonville Icemen and South Carolina Stingrays. Arlie Johnson joined by Trey Phillips. Trey, let's go back to Saturday's come-from-behind win against Greenville, coming off of a 4-1 loss, and then a first period the way that it started. I got to think that it was a little bit of a gut check time, but what a response from your team.
Yeah, that was a huge win for us. That was awesome. Like, coming from behind like that, it shows a lot of character that we have in the room, and going forward. I think it's good to know, we can come from behind those games, and we can play tight in those games, and, we didn't just pack her in after the first, we got to work. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun that game.
You were still trailing after the first period. I'm really curious to know what the message was from Coach Christie, Coach Markowitz after the first intermission. Was he upbeat? Was he throwing things? I mean, how was it in that locker room when you're down 3-1 to Greenville?
We came in with momentum after the first, so I think everybody in the room could feel it. Even the coaching staff, like, we could feel that we were, playing with we were starting to, like, we were pissed, I guess is the best way to say it. We were all pissed, we were down, and everyone could feel that energy, and I think everybody in the room believed that we were going to come back that game, so I think that was the biggest factor, honestly.
I think one thing that I see out of this team time and time again, whether you're trailing or ahead, is you guys have pretty supreme confidence that you are a excellent hockey team with chemistry, with depth. Seems like you guys all know that you've got that kind of thing going for you this year.
Yeah, I think it really comes down to leadership. We have a lot of really good guys in the room. You just look around, guys like Wasey Rabbit, Newberry, Hunsey, like, you just see those guys, and they're ready to go. They're fired, like, it's hard not to be fired up just watching those guys go about their business. They're poised, and they're, I guess the best word is just passionate. Like, it's tough to not feed off that. So having those guys in the room, you have no choice but to follow those guys, you know what I'm saying?
And you're a rookie out of the University of Vermont yourself. I imagine when you came into training camp, you were kind of wondering, how am I going to fit in? What is the leadership like at the ECHL level? And this is what you found. And I think you found a pretty good spot, it seems like.
Yeah, it's been unreal here. I can't say enough about the team here and the coaching staff. All the guys have been so welcoming, being my first year and everything. And it's the fans especially. We've met them a few times, and it's an unbelievable place to play so far. So.
And, for a rookie, you don't know necessarily what the expectations are for yourself on a personal level. How have they been on a personal level? Have you feel like you've been able to slip right in, no problem? Have you feel like there's a couple things that you still got to kind of work on your game with?
Yeah, I think that as a rookie, you come in, you're not sure what to expect, but there's definitely always things you can work on that you know, maybe you might have got away with at the level before, and you know, you come here and realize, oh, I'm actually not that good. Like, so you gotta put in the work, and it's easy to do though when you see older guys that have been playing for a really long time that are still trying to get better. So when you see that, you realize, I mean, you have to believe in yourself and have confidence in yourself, but you realize, you know, you're not that good. You got to work. So.
All right, and finally, 4-game homestand coming up with South Carolina tonight. Chance to build on the momentum from Saturday's come-from-behind win. Talk about some keys for tonight to get another victory against the Stingrays.
I think just to build off that momentum from the last game, you know, you just want to keep that ball rolling. I think in this league with so many games, it's important when you get that momentum to, you know, roll with it as much as you can, and I think we'll be rolling from that last game for sure. So I think we're excited to go tonight, and I think it'll be a good game.
I expect it to be the same. Trey, thank you so much. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, there's Trey Phillips with us between periods with the Icemen and South Carolina Stingrays. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. This is Jacksonville Icemen Hockey on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com. Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 31st season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank everyone in attendance for your support of ECHL hockey. The ECHL would also like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, the official signage provider; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance; and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2019 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony. The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; CCM Hockey, the official on-ice equipment provider; Coco 5, the official hydration beverage of the ECHL; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; Geico, the official auto insurance of the ECHL; Howie's Hockey Tape, the official hockey tape and lace provider; in Glasgow, the official puck provider; Warrior, the official protective wear provider; and the Fairley Group, the official commercial insurance provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.TV.
Get the best home buying experience you'll ever have. Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender. Wishing for a new car? Community First lets you delay your first payment for 90 days and has some of the lowest rates around. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jacks. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
Back at the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena, it is 2-0 Icemen after 2 periods of play. Jacksonville looking as good as they have seen, as I have seen all season long in the first period. Both goals were in that second period. In the second period, however, Stingrays took a little bit of the momentum away. They did not score, but they did outshoot Jacksonville 13-7 in that second frame, and they will begin the third period on a power play as well. So something to watch for those opening 2 minutes of the third period. As I mentioned before that interview with Trey Phillips, the Icemen have game 1 of a 4-game homestand tonight. Let's take you through all the details for this week and tell you all the things that are going on. First of all, Wednesday night's game, that's tomorrow night. What a tilt it is. First place Icemen from the South Division against the first place Newfoundland Growlers of the North Division. That is going to be a fantastic matchup for tomorrow night. And plenty of other things going on, by the way, including, I should mention, Black Friday event. This is online, but 15% off merchandise with a minimum of $50 spent at jacksicemen.com. That offer is valid. I can't talk today. Offer valid from today through Friday. No jerseys, I should add, in case anybody's looking at 50% off jerseys. It does not include that. Valid online only, but you can use the Icemen promo code Icemen for that. Also Wednesday night, $2 beer and wine against Newfoundland. How can you go wrong with that? And as for the game itself, Jacksonville potentially 11-5 depending on the result of tonight. Newfoundland 13-5, winners of 8 straight. If you're a competitor, you want the opportunity to knock a team off of a winning streak, and that is what the Icemen have ahead of them tomorrow night. 2 of the best in the Eastern Conference for tomorrow night. After Thanksgiving off, the Icemen will then have a pair of games on Friday and Saturday night against the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. Friday at 7:30, Saturday at 7 o'clock. For Friday, it is a Wendy's Family 4-pack special day. All these Fridays, you can get 4 tickets, 4 Icemen water bottles, and 4 Dave's single combos for a special price. I believe it is $40 if I'm not mistaken. You can go to jacksicemen.com for all the details on that. And for Saturday night, of course, couple of big moments for that. Teddy Bear Toss Night, of course, Saturday night, presented by Community First Credit Union. All fans invited to bring stuffed animals that will be donated to the Children's Christmas Party of Jacksonville for children who could use a smile on their face and who could use, maybe a little extra for Christmas. When the Icemen score their first goal of the game on Saturday night, all the stuffed animals that you bring, throw them on the ice, and they will be collected for the Children's Christmas Party. Also, Dave & Buster's 4-pack special on Saturday night. 4 tickets, 4 Icemen water bottles, and a $20 power card for Dave & Buster's. And finally, it is Autism Awareness Night, presented by Slante Chiropractic. The Icemen will be wearing specialty jerseys, autism awareness jerseys on Saturday, and I believe Friday as well, by the way. Sensory bags will be out. It's a sensory-friendly game. It is going to be a wonderful weekend of hockey here over Thanksgiving week. And with all the kids off from school, what a great chance to bring your children to the game this week, whether it's tomorrow night, whether it's Friday or Saturday night. Great crowd should be expected for all 3 of those games, I believe. And we hope that you are a part of it, at least for 1 game, if not for all 3 games. We will keep it right here for the start of period number 3. Both teams are back out onto the ice getting ready for this third period. Mikhail Bairden grabbing a drink from his bottle atop his goal. He has saved all 18 shots that have come his way thus far. Garrett Hunt in the penalty box for the Icemen, so the Stingrays will start this period on a power play. They are 0 for 2 with a man advantage thus far, as are the Icemen for that matter. Jacksonville starts with Wasey Rabbit and Colton Veloso as you look at some highlights from this second period. Critchlow knocking one off the post to the glove side of Parker Milner. That was early in the period. And then it was time for Mikhail Bairden to shine in that second period. A great save there on Troy Roberto, or Nick Roberto rather. And more big saves, that time on Patrick Gall. He lost his goaltender stick in the process, but got back into play and kept the Stingrays off the scoreboard. Looks like teams are ready to go. Defending for the Icemen on this penalty kill, Jack Glover along with Justin Woods. Puck is down. Stingrays control it. Here we go. South Carolina 0 for 2 on the power play, as I said. It is Chernichin up the right wing side. Gains the blue line. Onside. Wood stands him up. Great physical play, but the Stingrays keep it in the zone. Roberto behind the net. Centering pass for Charbonneau. Tries to move it cross ice for Bessie. Goes off a stick and out to the blue line where it's held in there. Stingrays rip it around the board. Charbonneau at the near side boards. Gives it up to Rabbit. Knocking it behind his own net for Justin Woods. Woods turns to his forehand. Wrists it off the boards and out. And the Icemen will get a line change as Milner will stop the puck for Davison. Critchlow and Fowley now your penalty killers for the Icemen. Cederholm and Mingo the defensemen as the Stingrays skate through center ice. Bessie over the blue line on the left wing. Taps it around the boards. Coming to the right point. Back behind the net. Cederholm first on the puck. Knocks it free for Mingo. Mingo softly for Fowley. Tries to golf it ahead for Critchlow, who knocks it out to center ice. Keeps possession. Gets a 2-on-1 with Fowley. Fowley, wrist shot. Saved by Milner. And he will freeze it. He looked behind him briefly, but he had it. As Fowley went for the shot, Jacksonville tied for the league lead with 6 shorthanded goals. They nearly took that lead by themselves as Fowley was bidding for his 3rd shorthanded goal just by himself there. Critchlow doing the dirty work to set that 2-on-1 up. 56 seconds to go on the power play. Newbury and McLeese now penalty killing. Newbury takes this draw. It is Tad Kozin waiting for the drop of the puck for the Stingrays. He'll be to the left of netminder Parker Milner. Stingrays control. Christian Horn at the red line, then the blue line on the left wing. Newbury on the back check. Centering pass knocked away by McLeese. Sends it forward for Newbury. 3-on-2 if they want it. Newbury over the blue line. Newbury looking for Mingo shorthanded. Tapped away by Leach. McLeese comes back to cover for Mingo as the Stingrays have it through center ice. Leach at the red line. Feeds to the right for Fioretti. They are onside. Fioretti around the wall we go. 28 seconds to go on the power play. Stingrays possess in their offensive zone. Fioretti driven into the wall by Mingo. Puck reverses to the near side boards. McLeese takes the body. Tries to tap it away from Leach. Knocked free from him. Stingrays get it back. 12 seconds to go on the power play. Polkamp in the left wing corner. Mingo defends. Played underneath for Charbonneau. Centering pass. Fioretti with a wrister. Save is made. Rebound is loose. Goes off the post. Comes right back into the top of the crease. Where's the puck? They're still trying to get it loose. Bairden finally will cover it up as Cockrell puts a face wash right in the mitt of a South Carolina player. Teams return to full strength as Garrett Hunt is out of the penalty box on this whistle. Stingrays put one off the post in the closing seconds of that power play. I believe it was Polkamp who had the opportunity. And afterward, Tad Kozin got flattened by Garrett Cockrell with the face wash. He just put his glove right in his face and stuffed him down to the ice. So Jacksonville, after a great penalty kill in the final 5 seconds or so of it, it just kind of went awry there. And Mikhail Bairden had to stand tall with one save and then got some help from the iron behind him. 17:58 to go in the third period. It stays 2-0. Clark, Veloso, and Rabbit, the forwards for Jacksonville. Clark will take the draw. Icemen win it. Woods safely out to the neutral zone. In control there, Mike Chen tries to clear in, giving it up. Turnover, Jacksonville 2-on-1. It is Clark with Veloso. Centering pass knocked away. It was well defended by South Carolina as Chen plays cross ice. Stolen by Glover. Wrister. Save is made by Milner. Rebound comes for Rabbit. Poking it into the corner for Everett Clark. Around the board. Stingrays first on it. They will deflect it out of the zone and back into Jacksonville territory. The Icemen have had a pair of 2-on-1s in the opening 2.5 minutes of this period, but did not convert on either one. Trying to put this game away with a goal in the third. Jacksonville redirects into the South Carolina end. McKernan overskates, but it comes all the way to the blue line for Kozin for the Stingrays. Tad Kozin, a soft forehand flip in behind the net. Bairden plays it around the wall for Randolph. Randolph backhands it for Newbury. He'll skate out with Fortier. Fortier over the blue line, tries to step inside on his man, can't get the shot away. Taken over by the Stingrays, up the boards at the blue line. Cockrell can't hold it in. Newbury will give chase at center ice. Feeding to the left for Phillips. Phillips gains the red line, then snaps it in behind the net. Milner will block it there and pass it for McKernan. Newbury in on the forecheck. Playing it behind the net are the Stingrays. Chris Leone in control. 16 and a half to go in the third period of a 2-0 hockey game. The Icemen still with the lead. Both their goals in the opening 10 minutes of this game. No offense since for either team. Jacksonville looking for a steal. Can't connect. Garrett Hunt was looking for that steal. Couldn't do it. Stingrays back into the zone. It goes off the linesman, and that really benefited the Icemen. Jacksonville is able to work it free to center ice. Critchlow tries to steal. Bouncing puck at the Jacksonville line. Horn collects for the Stingrays and carries into the zone. Centering feed, nobody there. It's picked off by Critchlow. Critchlow gives it up to Polkamp. Polkamp to the left of Bairden. Centering feed is blocked. Poked away by Jacksonville, but not out. Leach from the blue line. Rister in a screen turned aside by Bairden. Rebound into the corner. Stingrays collect. Fioretti gives it up to McLeese. McLeese taps it out to the red line. Davison first on it there for the Stingrays. Leach for Fioretti. Drop pass picked off by Hunt. Flipping it ahead, looking for Clark. Just out of his reach, trying to send him away on a breakaway. Clark still has the puck, however. Trying to tap it for Rabbit. Wines, fires, and it goes wide to the glove side. A slap shot from 35 feet away. Jacksonville got setting up with some prime opportunities in this third period, but they have not converted yet. Stingrays get a shot towards goal. It is wide. Another shot goes wide. Jacksonville gets it back. Cedarholm off the board. Charbonneau looks for a steal. Veloso takes it away at the blue line. Deflected and a score. Stingrays have scored. It's 2-1. Grant Bessie gets the goal at 4:58 of the third period. And now this game has gotten a lot tighter. Actually, take that back. It is not Bessie's goal. It went off a Jacksonville stick. On the replay, you can clearly tell it went off a Jacksonville stick. So whoever that defenseman was will get credit for that goal at 4:58 of period number 3. I'm not sure who the defenseman was, but do not give it to Bessie. Cameron Baker, is that what they're going to say? Baker with the goal? Bacher unassisted for South Carolina, and now the Icemen lead down to 1. They've been out playing South Carolina all night long, but it is very much a game at this point. Stingrays into the offensive zone. Kozin knocks it into the corner for Gall. Stingrays trying to get some momentum off of that goal. And the Icemen trying to just regain the 2-goal lead. Jacksonville, as Glover got tripped, no call. Fans wanted it. It could have easily been a penalty against the Stingrays. Glover has it back to the left of his netminder. Long outlet pass for Wasey. Rabbit. Rabbit for Veloso. He's by himself. He'll play it around the boards. Bacher taps it away. Randolph with it at center ice for Jacksonville. Taps it into his own end for Newbury and then for Phillips. Phillips can't set up Randolph with the pass. Davison tapping it into the Jacksonville end. Phillips first on it there. And the Icemen through center ice. It's Newbury. Over the line for Randolph. Trailing on the play is Fortier. Backhand pass broken up. Stingrays possibly with numbers the other way. Bessie with Davison. Phillips defends. Bessie, trailer, Chernichin. Slap shot off the crossbar. And it stays out of the net. Back come the Icemen. Fortier for Randolph. Goes wide on Leone. Rister goes wide as Andrew Chernichin drilled one off the bottom of the crossbar, and it stayed out of the net. South Carolina has hit one post and one crossbar in this third period, and there's another one from sharp angle. You could hear it from here. Right at the goal line. Stingrays with heavy pressure now. Leone to the left circle for McKernan. Rister in a screen, blocked into the corner by Cedarholm. Bessie gets it back. Tries to throw it to the point, but it's picked off by Randolph. Randolph for Cedarholm. Cedarholm will softly bring it into the Stingray zone, but this is going to be called icing against Jacksonville. 12:58 to go, and out of nowhere, This game has become a real stick gripper. I don't even know what that means, but we'll stick with stick gripper. Draw will be to Bairden's left side. It's getting tight. A little intense right now. Maybe for me, too. Draw will be to Bairden's left side. Jacksonville's lead now only 2-1. Icemen do win the face-off. They do not clear. Leone with a drive and a screen. Bairden turns it aside. Rebound for Cedarholm. For Newbury, then for Critchlow. To the left for Mingo with speed. Going wide on McKernan. Beats him, tries to cut towards goal. It is sticked aside by Milner, but held in by Cedarholm at the right point. Wrist shot and a screen just goes wide as Hunt got a piece of it. At the left point, Mingo will keep it in on his backhand. Flipping it for McLeese. Cross ice for Cedarholm at the line. Rister is deflected out of play. And the draw will be in the Stingray zone. 12:26 to go in period number 3. Jacksonville's lead has been cut in half. It is now 2-1. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Get the best home buying experience you'll ever have. Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender. Wishing for a new car? Community First lets you delay your first payment for 90 days and has some of the lowest rates around. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action. Arlie Johnson with you on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com. Jacksonville trying to go 3-0 against the Stingrays in the opening month and change of the season. All 3 of these games have been here in Jacksonville. Face-off is in the Icemen offensive zone. Critchlow tries to knock it loose for Hunt. Towards the blue line, Stingrays pick it off. Patrick Gall's pass deflects into the Icemen zone. Mingo giving chase against Harrison for South Carolina. Cedarholm takes over for the Icemen. Stick handles up the left side, plays it off the boards and safely out to center. South Carolina redirects right back in. Mingo for the Icemen. Tapping it around the end boards for Cedarholm. Outlet pass for Critchlow connects. Touch pass for Hunt. He's over the blue line. Poked away by South Carolina. Here come the Stingrays. Cozen overskates. Hunt gets the steal for Glover. Left to right for Woods in his own end. Jacksonville with the puck and the lead. Glover over the blue line, trying to go right into the slot. Goes to the forehand, centering pass, looking for Rabbit. Couldn't get the shot away. Rabbit gets it back, trying to set up Clark behind the net. Clark into the left wing corner. Off the boards for Glover. Cross ice it is Woods. One-timer save is made. Rebound is loose. It comes to Leach for the Stingrays. He will backhand it out to the Jacksonville zone. What a move from Justin Woods. Tried to finish it off with a pass for Wasey Rabbit, but it was just a little too hot to handle. The Icemen get it back behind their own net. Woods ahead for Fowley. This will be called icing. Fowley unable to touch it. 11:08 to go in the third period. The Icemen leading by 1. It's 2-1. Jacksonville still out shooting South Carolina, but only 26-24. They were out shooting the Stingrays 16-5 after 1. And at one point it was 22-11. Since then, South Carolina has outshot Jacksonville 13-4. Icemen work it into the Stingray zone, taking the body there is Rabbit. Fowley tries to get the puck loose. He can't do it. Comes back to center ice where Cockrell will knock it into the zone. Mike Chen has it there for the Stingrays. Chen wing to wing for Bacher. Hustling after it is Newbury. Bacher plays it up to center ice. Stolen by Cockrell. Looking for Newbury. Offside will be called against the Icemen. Newbury doesn't like the call, but he'll have to live with it. Don't forget, tomorrow night, battle of first place teams. First place in the north, Newfoundland Growlers in from St. John's, Newfoundland. In fact, they not only lead the north, they lead the entire ECHL. They have the most points in the league with 26 points. at 13-5. Jacksonville leading the South, of course, with 20 points right now with a record of 10-5. Icemen trying to lead pass for Fortier, redirects into the Stingray zone. They will wave off the icing here as Newbury gets to the puck first. Looking for Fortier, turning it into the corner for Newbury. Newbury gives it up to Polkamp. Polkamp skates to the right wing side. Randolph on the forecheck, but South Carolina works it through center ice. Phillips knocks it away, creating a delayed offside. Phillips now has the puck. Cross ice for Cockrell. Cockrell on his backhand, dropping it back for Trey Phillips. Phillips up the right side, broken up by Polkamp, who in turn gives it up to Fortier. Fortier's trying to set up Garrett Hunt, tapped away by the Stingrays. Here comes South Carolina. Polkamp by himself, 1-on-4. Tries to turn it into the corner. Cedarholm first on it for the Icemen. Spinning away from Nick Roberto on his backhand. Smooth for Garrett Hunt. Looks to poke it ahead for Critchlow. Couldn't take it away from Davison. Stingrays start the charge. It is Leach for Gall over the blue line. Gall turns to his backhand. Critchlow defends. McLeese is there as well, but Roberto holds it in. Tossing it to an open wing. Joey Leach at the right point. Slap shot and a screen. Save is made by Bairden. Rebound behind the net. Roberto with a centering pass picked off by Mingo. Mingo turns to his backhand. Skates behind his net. Starts with the speed. Up the left side for Garrett Hunt. Joey Leach pinches in to hold it in for the moment. Jacksonville gets it back and Cedarholm will clear it out. They will say no icing. We will play on. With 9 minutes exactly to go in the third period, Jacksonville leads 2-1. Stingrays clear it into the zone. Bairden taps it into the corner. Roberto for South Carolina. Cedarholm defending. Rabbit is in there as well, trying to knock the puck free. 2-on-1 battle comes loose for the Icemen. Veloso, who at this point has the go-ahead goal in this game. We've got a whistle. Hand pass will be called, I believe. And we will have a face-off with 8:38 to go in the neutral zone. We will take a break with the Icemen on top, 2-1 over the South Carolina Stingrays. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
Face off in the neutral zone. Stingrays have it. Jacksonville leads 2-1. There's now 8.5 minutes to go in the third period. Stingrays clear into the Jacksonville end. Bessie with a centering pass. Knocked behind the cage by Clark. Jacksonville backhands it around the wall and out to the Stingray end. No icing here. Bacher, who has the only goal for the Stingrays. Cross ice, looking for Chernichin, spinning away from Clark. Clark slow to get up as the Stingrays take it into the zone. Bacher with another shot. Save made by Bairden. Rebound cleared. Clark possible partial breakaway. He'll stop on Chen. He did not have any kind of momentum speed-wise to bring it in on net. And South Carolina gets it back. Charbonneau at his own line. To the right side for McKernan. McKernan back to the left wing side for Bessie, who cannot handle the pass. Cockrell will drill it in behind the Stingray net. Milner will play it himself around the wall. Broken up by Jacksonville. Centering pass. Newbury. Save. Rebound. Score! Chris Newbury puts the Icemen back on top by 2. It's a 3-1 score as he got his own rebound in front. Parker Milner with a deadly giveaway behind his own net. The forechecking from Jacksonville, superb. And Newbury cashes in for his first goal as a member of the Icemen. The 36-year-old veteran of over 800 American Hockey League games finally connects for his first goal for Jacksonville after 11 assists for the Icemen. Poking the rebound through the 5-hole of Parker Milner. Time of the goal at 12:23. It is Newbury from Fortier on the centering pass from behind the net. And the Icemen now lead 3-1. And the Icemen get another steal in the offensive zone. Critchlow looking for McLeese. McLeese taps it away from Leach. Leach gets it back. Jacksonville now leading 3-1. 7:14 to go in period number 3. Stingrays, Polkamp with a wrister. It deflects high off the glass. It stays in play. Leach at the left point, looking for Davison. And a drive from 50 feet away. Bairden makes the save. Jacksonville clears out of the zone. Stingrays get it right back at their own blue line. Outlet pass for Polkamp. Looking for Fioretti. Fioretti centering pass knocked away. Volaso looks to clear it loose. Knocking it free for Phillips. Jammed at. Phillips tapping it behind the net for Cockerell. Stingrays look for a centering pass. Bouncing puck taken over by Jacksonville. It is Volaso with Clark. They get it to center ice. Cockerell, the third man in. He will backhand it ahead for Volaso. Touch pass for Clark. Touch pass again. It's Rabbit looking to go behind the net. Rabbit all the way to the blue line. One-timer from Cedarholm is blocked out to center ice by Patrick Gall. That was a big block there from Gall. Icemen right back into the zone. Volaso for Clark. Can't set up Rabbit with the drop pass. Gall picked that one off. Gall from center ice. Driven into the Icemen boards by Rabbit. Rabbit gets the steal. 2-on-2 with Volaso. They are onside. Rabbit for Volaso. Trailing is Newbury. Wrist shot into the corner for Rabbit. Rabbit in the left wing corner. Newbury helping out the two veterans there for Jacksonville. Stingrays get a clear. Nothing more than that, however. Jacksonville right back through center ice. Newbury with Randolph this time. Newbury with a nice pass for Fortier over the blue line. Collides with Chernichin. Stingrays get possession and clear it into the Jacksonville zone. Glover tapping it into the corner. Right side of Bairden. First on it to the Stingrays. Wrist shot and a score. McKernan gets the goal with 5:31 to go in period number 3, and it's a 3-2 contest. Kevin McKernan with the goal. And there's still time left here. For McKernan, it'll be his third of the year. He also scored on opening night against the Icemen. Time of this goal at 14:29. 3-2 now the score. The assist, I believe, going to 28, Chernichin. Andrew Chernichin with the assist. And time to buckle your seatbelts again with just over 5 minutes to go in the game. Bairden behind his own net, wristing it around the glass and out to center ice. Leach taps it back into his own end for Davison. Looking for Bessie, knocked loose by McLeese. Over the blue line for Critchlow into the right wing corner. Hunt drives to net as Critchlow throws it through the crease in the air. Tapped away by Woods into the corner. Hunt doing battle. Leach and Volaso fight for it. Volaso wins that battle even though he didn't get in there first. Bessie takes it away for South Carolina. He will clear to center ice. 4:49 to go in the third. Jacksonville's lead is now 3-2. Icemen clear the puck into the Stingray zone. Leach in his own end. Off the end boards for Davison. Rabbit on the forecheck. Takes the puck away. Tries to center. Couldn't get it onto his stick. Stingrays get it back. Leach in the left wing. High toss out to center ice. Phillips is first on it for the Icemen. Circling the back of his net. Good speed there from Trey Phillips, the rookie. Takes it to center ice where he gives it up to the Stingrays. Horn around a man. Left side, wrist shot, great save made. Rebound is loose, another save by Bairden. As Christian Horn was bidding for the tie, Mikhail Bairden got a piece of it and keeps it a 3-2 lead for Jacksonville. 4:14 to go in the third. It's the Icemen 3, the Stingrays 2. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
Get the best home buying experience you'll ever have. Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender. Wishing for a new car? Community First lets you delay your first payment for 90 days and has some of the lowest rates around. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.tv today to get into the game and never miss the action. 3-2 Icemen, 4:14 to go in the game. Faceoff is in Jacksonville's defensive zone. Left side of Mikhail Bairden, who saved 27 of 29 Stingray shots, make it 28 of 30 as he makes another one right off the draw. And Mikhail Bairden is starting to become a factor in this game right now. Fioretti against Newbury on this faceoff. Stingrays for the first time tonight now out shooting the Icemen, 30-28. Stingrays win the draw. Mike Chen at the right point. Moves it into the corner for Polkamp. Mingo defends on him. 2-on-2 along the wall. Newbury takes the body on Fioretti. Cederholm now stepping in, trying to dig the puck loose. Tied up along the boards. This does nothing but help the Icemen as the clock continues to tick away. Still tied up along the boards. 3-on-3 in there. Finally squirts loose. It comes to Jacksonville. Fortier starts a three-man attack with Randolph. Fortier steps around Bacher, works it into the corner. Trying to take the puck away as Randolph. Milner will tap it into an open corner for Polkamp. Stingrays get it back. 3.5 minutes to go in the third period. Polkamp out of his own zone. Goes wide on Fowley and into the Jacksonville end. Going wide on Woods. Rister is deflected by Woods. It goes over the glass and out of play. 3:21 to go in the third period. Icemen leading by 1. It's 3-2. Faceoff will be to the left side of Mikhail Bairden. Chernichin against Clark on this faceoff. Chernichin wins it. Stingrays at the blue line. McKernan, who just scored a couple of minutes ago, skates into the offensive corner. Broken up there by the Icemen. Glover ahead for Fowley. He's got Clark and Woods with him. Fowley chips and chases. Leone first to the puck. Clark takes the body, then takes the puck, knocking it away to his stick, trying to look at set up Wasey Rabbit behind the Stingray net. Fowley is there for Jacksonville. Off the boards, took a crazy bounce off the quick kick plates and goes all the way into the Icemen zone. Woods to the right side for Glover. Glover tosses it high into the air, back to the Stingray blue line. Davison curls away from Critchlow. Off the boards at center ice, Jacksonville steals. Fowley for Glover, ahead for Critchlow, softly for Fowley, given up to South Carolina, taken right back by Jacksonville. Justin Woods skates over the blue line for the Icemen. Going wide on Davison, stops at the half wall near side. Plays it behind the net where Hunt is held up. McKernan taps it free. Stingrays get possession, clear it to center ice. Down to 2:17 to go in the third period as Jacksonville clears in. McLeese looks for a steal. They do get it at center ice. Critchlow forehands it back into the zone. Davison ahead of Critchlow. 2:04 left in the third period. The Icemen leading 3-2. Patrick Gall for South Carolina, forehands into the zone. For the moment, Parker Milner stays in his net as Bairden chips it around the wall. Jacksonville gets it loose. It is Critchlow gaining center ice before clearing in cross ice. We will monitor Parker Milner, see if he skates to the bench in favor of a sixth attacker. He's still in net for now. 1:39 to go in the third period. South Carolina at their own blue line. It is Leach ahead for Kozin. Onside into the zone. Wrist shot knocked into the corner by Bairden. It comes up high. Newbury looks to clear. He does. Going towards an empty net. Will it get there? It's going to be close. Just wide. Icing is the call. With 1:21 to go. Milner had left for the bench. Newbury cleared it out with the backhand. I'm not even sure if he was trying to score. He just wanted the puck out of the zone. .121 to go. Timeout called by the Stingrays. So Jason Christie has the whiteboard out, talking things over with who I expect to be the 5 on the ice for Jacksonville. Stingrays will have an offensive zone draw. I guess you have to be the 5 on the ice. These are the guys that were on the ice when Jacksonville committed the icing penalty or infraction. Jacksonville looking to go to 11-5 on the year. South Carolina coming into this game at 8-7. Neither of these teams have an overtime or shootout loss. And we are ready. Let's set the scene for you. Jacksonville has Newberry, Fortier, and Randolph as the forwards. Garrett Cockrell and Trey Phillips the defensemen. South Carolina has 6 skaters on the ice with an empty net behind them. Looking for the equalizer. Jacksonville trying to put this game away with 1:21 to go. Chernichin wins the draw for the Stingrays. It goes to Leach. Left side Charbonneau, slap shot, save is made, no rebound. Mikhail Berden denies Jonathan Charbonneau's slapper from 50 feet out. Just 4 seconds elapsed there. .117 to go. Jacksonville, because of that face-off, are able to change their lines. That's important. Now they've got the 5 on the ice that they feel most confident in from a defensive standpoint. Critchlow takes this draw. Cam McLeese and Garrett Hunter out there with Jacob Cederholm and Dejan Mingo. Still waiting for the drop of the puck. Chernichin on the draw for South Carolina, and he wins it to Leach again. Leach at the left point, looking for Charbonneau. Rister deflects high off the glass. Comes for Fioretti at the far side boards. Behind the net, Polkamp looks to center. Cederholm takes the body on him. Critchlow looks to clear it, cannot do it. Charbonneau to the line for Leach, cross ice. Hunt got a piece of it but can't clear it yet. Final minute of play. Charbonneau at the left circle. Rister, save is made. Rebound is loose. McLeese has it for Jacksonville. He'll backhand it off the boards and safely out. Stingrays with it at their own blue line. 44 seconds to go in the third period. The Icemen with another steal and clear out to the neutral zone. Bessie away from Hunt. Down to 35 seconds to go. Stingrays behind their own net with it now. It is Leach with Hunt defending. Leach slowly to the blue line. To the left for Charbonneau, who redirects into the zone. Berden got a piece of it behind the net. 22 seconds to go in the game. Behind the Jacksonville net, South Carolina looks to center. Mingo pokes it away. Critchlow looks to clear. Gets it ahead to Hunt. Hunt clears it out of the zone. 11 seconds to go in the game. Bessie through center ice. One last chance. Bessie over the blue line. Wrist shot. Deflects wide. 4 seconds to go. Charbonneau centering pass. Blocked into the corner. 2 seconds. 1 second. It's over. And the Icemen have defeated the South Carolina Stingrays. 3-2 is your final score as Jacksonville holds on for the victory tonight. And they improve to 11-5 on the year, setting the stage for tomorrow's first place tilt, first place Icemen, first place Newfoundland Growlers tomorrow night right here at the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena. We will have your 3 stars of the game, and I'll have an interview down below with your number 1 star in just a moment as the Icemen win by a final score of 3-2. Don't go anywhere. Your 3 stars and your interview with your number 1 star coming right up.
All right, fans, final shots on goal for South Carolina 33 for Jacksonville 28. And the final score, Icemen 3, Stingrays 2. All right, fans, let's meet tonight's 3 stars of the game. Tonight's 3rd star from your Jacksonville Icemen with 31 saves, number 30, Mikhail Berden. Tonight's 2nd star from your Jacksonville Icemen with his first career goal, number 15, Colton Velasco. And tonight's number 1 star from your Jacksonville Icemen, the scorer of the game winner, number 11, Chris Newberry. Thank you for joining us this evening at Veterans Memorial Arena. Get home safely, and we'll see you tomorrow night for $2 beer and wine night when the Icemen take on Newfoundland.
Here with Chris Newberry, who had the game-winning goal in the third period, somehow survive against South Carolina. They gave you everything they had in the third period, but you were able to survive defensively. How did you do it?
Yeah, I thought we played good in the first and kind of let up after that. Obviously, our goalie kept us in there, and we were able to sneak one out.
You have the first place Newfoundland Growlers coming in tomorrow, a battle of first place teams, a great test for your club tomorrow. Tell me about that and being able to do it in front of these fans on Thanksgiving Eve tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard battle, so got to be ready to play, get our rest tonight, and be ready to work here tomorrow.
Congratulations, Chris.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. The Icemen now 9-2 at home this year, beating the South Carolina Stingrays 3-2. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, hosting the Newfoundland Growlers.